In the Talmud, in ancient rabbinic writings, in parables, everywhere we find the same idea. A lie always leaves traces. You just need to know where to look. Today, I'll tell you about 4 signs, which according to Jewish wisdom, indicate that someone is deceiving you. Remember them. They can save you from serious mistakes. Sign 1. Excessive oaths and assurances. The Talmud contains a wise saying, "An honest man has no need to swear. His word itself is an oath." The rabbis noticed an interesting pattern. The more a person swears, vows, insists, the more likely they are lying. Why? Because a liar subconsciously feels that they are not being believed and tries to compensate with excessive assurances. "I swear on my children. I swear to God. Believe me, I've never lied." Every such phrase is a red flag. An honest person simply states facts. He doesn't decorate them with oaths because he knows truth speaks for itself. A liar, on the other hand, tries to create the illusion of truth through emotional pressure. Take note. In Jewish tradition, there is a strict prohibition against empty or unnecessary oaths. This is no coincidence. The ancient sages understood. When oaths become commonplace, they lose their meaning, and people start using them as tools of manipulation. What to do? When someone begins to swear and insist too much, pause. Ask yourself, why are they trying so hard to convince me? Request specific facts, evidence, or details. A liar will immediately start dodging or increase emotional pressure. An honest person will calmly provide the information. Sign 2. Complicating simple things. Rabbi Hillel, one of the greatest sages, said, "That which is clear needs no explanation. That which requires many explanations may be unclear because it is untrue." This principle works unfailingly. When a person tells the truth, their story is simple, consistent, and easy to follow. When someone lies, they begin to complicate. Excessive details, unnecessary background, tangled explanations, constant digressions. "Well, it was like this. First I went there, but then I met that guy. Remember, the one I told you about, whose brother works with," and so on, until you lose track completely. Why does a liar do this? First, to confuse you. The more complex the story, the harder it is to verify. Second, to buy time and think up the next part of the lie. Third, to create the illusion of a detailed, and therefore truthful, account. In Jewish tradition, there is the concept of emet, absolute truth. Emet is always simple. It needs no embellishment. A lie, sheker, is always layered, because one lie gives birth to another. What to do when someone gives you a needlessly complicated explanation for something simple? Ask them to summarize the essence in one sentence. A liar will resist. "Well, it's not that simple. There are a lot of nuances." An honest person will easily get to the point. Sign 3. Avoiding direct answers. In the Talmud, there is a story about 2 men who came to a rabbi. One of them asked a direct question. The other answered, but not the question that was asked, rather a different one, similar in topic. The rabbi immediately said, "He who avoids the question avoids the truth." This is one of the most reliable signs of deceit. You ask directly, "Did you take the money?" They answer, "I've always been honest with you. I've never done anything wrong. Why don't you trust me?" See? The question was about money. The answer is about trust. A classic evasion. Another example. You ask, "Where were you last night?" The answer, "What? I can't have a private life now." Are you trying to control me? Aggression instead of an answer. That's evasion too. The rabbis taught, if a person has nothing to hide, they answer directly. Yes or no. I was there, or I wasn't. I did it or I didn't. Simple, concrete answers. When someone starts dodging, changing the subject, attacking, or accusing you of mistrust, they're hiding the truth. Another form of evasion is stalling through repetition. What? What did you ask? Can you say that again? The person needs time to think about how to respond. An honest person doesn't need to ask twice. They heard you the first time. What to do? Ask again. Calmly, clearly, without emotion. I asked specifically, did you take the money? Yes or no. If the person avoids answering again, you already have your answer. Silence and evasion often speak louder than words. Sign 4. Words and actions don't match. Rabbi Akiva said, "Watch not what a man says, but what he does." Lips may lie, but the body always tells the truth. This is perhaps the most powerful sign of deception, because it cannot be faked for long. A person can control their words, but not their actions indefinitely. A partner says they love you, yet never finds time for you. A friend swears loyalty, but disappears when you need help. A business partner promises transparency, yet keeps hiding things in the documents. Someone insists they've changed, but their behavior stays the same. In Jewish wisdom, there is the concept of masim tovim, good deeds. Not intentions, not words, not promises, deeds. Because it is by deeds that a person is truly judged. The Torah says, righteousness is not measured by words, but by actions. The rabbis taught their students, if a person's words contradict their actions, believe the actions. Always, because actions reveal true intentions, while words reflect what someone wants you to believe. What to do? Stop listening. Start observing. Write down promises and see if they are kept. Look for patterns of behavior, not isolated nice gestures. A single bouquet of flowers after a week of neglect isn't change. It's manipulation. Real change shows itself in consistent action. The 4 signs we discussed today are not just techniques for detecting lies. They are lessons about human nature. Excessive oaths reveal insecurity. Overcomplication reveals an attempt to confuse. Evasion reveals fear of being exposed. Discrepancy between words and deeds reveals a person's true face. Remember these signs. You don't need to be paranoid or suspicious, but you should be a wise observer. As the rabbis used to say, trust, but verify. And let deeds speak louder than words. Have you ever encountered these signs of deceit? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone avoid a mistake. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us.